I've posted over 30 videos on YouTube, and almost all of them got barely any views at all, which made me question whether my content was the problem. So instead of guessing or tweaking small things, I decided to try something completely different and run a real test. I found a small creator in my niche who had a video that actually performed, not viral but clearly getting traction, and I focused on understanding why. Instead of just watching it casually, I broke it down piece by piece to see what YouTube might be responding to. What stood out immediately wasn't the topic, because it was similar to what I've already been posting, but the way the video was packaged felt different. The title created curiosity, the thumbnail was simple and clear, and the opening pulled you in instantly. So instead of trying to improve my own style again, I decided to copy the structure as closely as possible without copying the actual content. The goal wasn't to steal, it was to see if matching a proven format would trigger a different response. I started with the title, because that's the first thing anyone sees, and I noticed it didn't explain everything. It created a gap, something that made you want to click just to understand what the video was about. Then I looked at the thumbnail, and it was the opposite of what I'd been doing the whole time. It wasn't dramatic or overloaded, it was clean, focused, and communicated one idea instantly without making you think. After that, I analyzed the first few seconds of the video because that's where most viewers decide whether they stay or leave. It got straight into the point and created tension immediately instead of slowly building into it. So I rebuilt my video using that exact structure, focusing on clarity, curiosity, and speed instead of trying to explain everything up front. It felt different from anything I'd posted before, which was exactly the point. Then I uploaded it, and honestly, I wasn't expecting much because my previous videos usually just sit there. No impressions, no clicks, and no sign that YouTube is even showing them to anyone. But this time, something changed, and it was subtle but noticeable if you've been staring at analytics like I have. The video didn't explode, but it started getting impressions earlier than usual. That might not sound like much, but when you've been getting almost nothing, even a small change stands out. It meant YouTube was at least testing the video instead of ignoring it completely. And that's when it clicked for me, because I don't think my content suddenly got better overnight. What changed was how it fit into something YouTube already understands. If your video doesn't match patterns that YouTube recognizes, it doesn't even get the chance to be judged. And I think that's where I've been going wrong this whole time. I've been making videos that make sense to me, but not videos that fit into what's already working on the platform. And YouTube doesn't reward originality first. It rewards familiarity. That doesn't mean you should copy forever, but it does mean you need to understand what works before trying to reinvent it. Otherwise, your content might never even get tested. So this experiment wasn't about going viral or blowing up instantly. It was about getting YouTube to finally give my video a chance. Because without that, nothing else really matters. If nobody clicks, YouTube doesn't learn anything. And if YouTube doesn't learn anything, it won't push your video further. That's the loop I've been stuck in, and this might be the way out. Now I'm not saying this is the magic solution because it's still early and the data is small. But the difference in behavior is enough to tell me I'm onto something. So moving forward, I'm going to keep testing this approach and refining it based on what actually happens. Not what I think should work, but what YouTube responds to. Because right now, the goal isn't perfection, it's momentum. And even a small shift in impressions is progress. And if that continues, it compounds over time. If you're in the same position, posting videos that go nowhere, this might be worth trying. Not copying blindly, but studying what works and using it as a starting point. I'll keep documenting these experiments and sharing what happens because I want to see where this actually leads. And if something finally breaks through, you'll see it happen in real time.